Hey everybody, this is Lisa, the Quilt Wizard. I'm starting quilting on my Ancient Stars quilt. It's going to be a custom quilt, and I'm going to be doing a combination of free motion quilting, ruler work, and quilt path on this quilt. I wanted to make a video so you could watch what I'm doing and follow along. I'm using a double bat on this quilt. I've got a layer of Quilter's Dream wool and a layer of Quilter's Dream 70/30 here. And that's going to give the quilting some really nice poof and definition. I've basted down my quilt top and the left and right edges, paying particular attention to this seam right here. That's my focal point on this. So I really want to make sure that that's really straight. So in order to do that, I actually used my single stitch and I basted this line down. That will come out after I'm done quilting. Today I'm starting on Stitch in the Ditch. So the first thing with Stitch in the Ditch, you want to make sure with a ruler that you have your ruler base. So this is the APQS ruler base, but for whatever machine you have, you'll want to use a ruler base. I also have my ruler foot on here. You can see that. So you want something other than your scoop foot here, something that has a nice edge. This one is 1/4 inch all the way around, front, back, and side to side. So that's really nice for Stitch in the Ditch. Today I'm using this ruler from Quilters Select. It is a long arm ruler. It's 1/4 inch thick. It's a 2 by 8 inch ruler, so that's a nice size for my hand. And this one actually has some finger holes, which is really nice to help you guide and hang on to that ruler. I'm also using this micro quilter from Superior Threads. It's 100-weight thread. And it really stitches nicely for Stitch in the Ditch. I do not use monofilament thread at all. I use that micro quilter instead, and I've used it here for my basting and you can't even see it. The other thing I do when I stitch in the ditch is I increase my stitch length. So I'm at about 13-ish stitches per inch here on my milli, but you want to make sure that you have a little bit shorter stitch length. I've also pin basted any area that's bigger than my hand. I put some pins in there. Those areas are not going to be quilted yet. They'll be quilted at a later time. So I want to make sure that nothing is shifting out of place so I don't get any puckers or anything. So anything that's bigger than my hand that's not being stitched down, I'm going to put some pins in. I finished my Stitch in the Ditch on this first row of stars here. Look how pretty that looks, nice and defined. I also did Stitch in the Ditch along each side of this border here. Let me zoom in there and see. You can see the stitching, but you don't really see the thread, which is really nice with that 100-weight thread. One last thing before I advance to the next row is I go ahead and put those corsage pins in any place that's unquilted that's bigger than my hand. These areas are small, that's only about 3 inches, but these big areas I put pins in so we don't have any shifting or movement as the quilt is advanced. That's it for today. I'm going to continue on with my Stitch in the Ditch, and then I'll start another video when we're ready to start doing the alternate blocks and the custom stitching within the blocks. Have a great day.